second, sir. 1 second.
Yeah.
Over to you, Elsa, ma'am.
Thank you, Prajwal. Greetings from Manipal. A pleasant afternoon to all the dignitaries and the participants on this platform. Manipal Academy of Higher Education is a globally engaged institution with active partnership with more than 220 leading universities around the globe. Our relations with institutions, government, agencies, and organizations in study, research, and service provides faculty and students access to world-class institutions, experiences, and resources. Today, we have the first of its kind in the country among the nursing institutes to lay a foundation for global training and education center for fostering IELTS and OET coaching, preparing students right from the first year on. GTEC Centre Health Education England has pioneered through MOU with MCON Manipal in building capacity for training and mentoring graduates for international placement. Manipal College of Nursing leaves no stone unturned in keeping up its mission to be the most preferred choice by the students, faculty, and industry. Today, we partner with GTEC HE NHS UK with technical support by Abhinava Global Academy in keeping our words or making our graduates on par with the international values. Today, we feel a sense of triumph as we lay the foundation for a quality training center that could cater to deserving students from across the country and also mentor other institutes and grow along for a greater workforce preparation. The team pillar 3 on internationalization aims to gear up and execute with passion the art of success in preparing graduates for the challenging healthcare in the midst of this growing complexity. To do the honors, over to you, ma'am.
Elsa, we just lost you there. I think, madam, it's over to you. Yeah.
Okay. Honorable Chief Guest, respected speakers, Director International Collaborations Mahe, Coordinator of the Global Training and Education Center, MCON Mahe, Dr. Elsa, Associate Dean of MCON, Dr. Judith Norona, all my colleagues, my students, and all those who have joined for this inaugural function, a very pleasant afternoon to you all. I take it as my pleasant privilege to introduce the chief guest and to extend hearty welcome to you all on this short but very important inaugural function of the Global Education and Training Center at Manipal College of Nursing, Mahe. Our chief guest of this inaugural function graduated from Mysore Medical College with an excellent academic record of accomplishment and was commissioned in the Army Medical Corps in the year 1979. He is an ENT surgeon by specialization and has done special training in cochlear implantation and neurotology. He has contributed significantly in the field of medical education. He has been a keen researcher and has published extensively, a recipient of numerous awards and honors, including the Vishisht Seva Medal by President of India. After serving the Armed Forces Medical Services for 38 years, he joined the Manipal Group as the Vice Chancellor of Sikkim Manipal University and has completed his 3-year term. He is a leader with inspiring leadership qualities and team building skills. He was appointed as the Vice Chancellor of Manipal Academy of Higher Education in July 2020. With this brief introduction, I present to you our chief guest of this event, Lieutenant General Dr. M.D. Venkatesh, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Manipal Academy of Higher Education, and extend a hearty welcome to you, sir. A very loving welcome is extended to the speakers of the program for this function, Professor Mr. Raj Murali, the consultant orthopedic surgeon, Head of Global Medical Program Development, Global Health Exchange,
come on.
Health Education England, Head of Clinical Training, MCH, and Worldwide Learning NHS Foundation Trust at Yale University. Joining with him is Ms. Joanne Bass, Lead English Language Teacher and OET and IELTS Trainer, Global Training and Education Center. And the person who has initiated all this with Manipal Academy of Higher Education and a speaker for this afternoon, Dr. M.K. Shashidhara, Deputy Lead for Quality for MCH, Global Medical Program, Stockport NHS Foundation Trust, and Worldwide Learning NHS Foundation Trust, supported by Mr. Vidya Shankar Ravi, co-founder and CEO, Abhinava Global Academy. I extend a very hearty welcome to each one of you. I am very happy and grateful to the Health Education England and the support given by Dr. Raj Murali, Dr. Shashidhara Madapura and their team for initiating this program at Manipal College of Nursing, Mahe. A very pleasant welcome is extended to Dr. Rekhu Radhakrishnan, the Director, International Collaborations of Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal. I extend a very bright welcome to all my colleagues and students who have joined for this inaugural function. A word of special welcome to the coordinator of GTEC Center MCON, Dr. Elsa Sanatumbi Devi. Thank you. Now I kindly request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Lieutenant General, Dr. M.D. Venkatesh to address us.
Good afternoon, everybody. And at the outset, I thank you, Madam, for a very generous introduction. And I also thank Dr. Shashidhara and all the office bearers of GTEC and NHS and all the collaborating establishments for inviting me to this function. I am very excited and I'm very happy to note that there has been a collaboration, an agreement or an MOA signed between Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal College of Nursing with Global Training and Education Center, HEE, and which is supported by NHS towards empowering, towards training our nursing graduates, students and nursing graduates towards achieving required qualification, rather requiring, acquiring adequate training in English language towards completing the IELTS and other requirements towards seeking employment abroad. This is really very, very exciting. It's a very, very progressive step, and MAHE stands by its commitment to support this program as we go forward. And I'm already very happy to note that some of our students have already benefited from this program. And in this year, almost 60 of our nursing students were screened, out of which 9 have already qualified for the final phase of training. And I'm sure as more and more student nurses join back into the campus, they will be, more and more of them will be screened and many more will join the select band of students who will undergo additional training towards qualification of IELTS and other requirements that are required to seek employment in Britain and elsewhere in the world. MAHE attaches very great significance to internationalization. And this is borne by the fact that we have an ongoing association and collaborative agreements with close to 220 international universities, and many of them in the top 100, many of them in the top 500. And as we all know that the government of India places an extremely important focus on internationalization of higher education, and the new national education policy has a separate chapter which focuses on, how do we bring about internationalization, and the government of India is committed towards, facilitating universities towards, more and more globalization in terms of getting students to study in India and also encouraging, close collaborations with foreign universities to the extent that the national education policy speaks of allowing top 100 universities to open up campuses in India, and also allowing top universities in India to collaborate and open campuses abroad. So this kind of now quite a open-minded approach by the government of India, I'm sure will allow us to establish more and more such MOAs and collaborations, which will encourage our own students to seek placements abroad. Before they even qualify, they would be, they would have undergone the requisite training and certification or the minimum requirement, especially the competency in English language to seek employment in English-speaking countries across the world. I'm very happy and I'm very thankful to Dr. Shashidhara. He shared a very nice document with me, and which speaks of step by step, how and MAHE and GTEC and other partners can take this collaboration forward. And I can assure all of you that MAHE stands by its commitment, and the plan which Dr. Shashidhara has presented, phase 1 project plan for project A, and implementation plan for the future phases. We will stand by our commitment, and we will ensure that our trainee nurses have undergo adequate language training, be qualified enough to seek employment, and serve the humanity in different parts of the world, which Indian nurses are already doing to a great extent. In addition, I think MAHE also commits towards enabling other partners and other institutions and universities, if they wish to seek our support and help towards taking this program to the next level and broadening the base of nurses from India, professional nurses from India, qualifying for suitable employment abroad, basically fulfilling one major criteria of language qualification. I'm very happy to already note that Dr. Elsa is working very hard, and she is already connected with the Sikkim Manipal University, Sikkim Manipal Institute of Nursing, to be precise, and we expect that they will also become partners in this endeavor very soon. I compliment you, Dr. Elsa, for this effort, and we can now. She also tells me that she's processing some of the proposals for collaboration with some institutions in Kerala, and whatever help that MAHE can afford and can do, we will be right with you, sir, Dr. Shashidhara, and all the office bearers. You can be sure of our participation. You can be sure of our support to make this very unique program of enabling Indian nursing professionals towards seeking quality employment abroad, and also serving the humanity at large, with greater commitment. And this perhaps will bring in a lot of satisfaction to all Indians. And I wish this program all the success. And I am very happy to inaugurate this endeavor with MAHE and GTEC. And I thank all the associated partners for the keen interest that they've shown and the trust they've shown in MAHE's and MAHE's ability to foster this program and take it forward. Thank you once again, all of you. And once again, it is a great pleasure for me to inaugurate this unique program with GTEC and MAHE and Manipal College of Nursing. I wish this program all the success, and I wish many of our student nurses that they get qualified and they get employment and continue to serve the needy in whichever part of the world they choose to be. Thanks once again. Jai Hind.
I'm truly grateful to you, sir, for being with us on this important journey in the midst of your busy schedule. Our team promises you that we will strive hard and expand the adventure for the future of our graduates. And we'll do every possible thing to maintain the standards that is necessary on this international platform. Thank you, sir, so much for your motivational words. And we are really grateful to you, sir.
Thank you for having me with you all. It's such a pleasure.
Sir, thank you so much, sir. And I also convey a word of gratitude to our Dean, Dr. Anish George, for the total support and encouragement and path setting. And she is our pillar of support And even on our leave, we make sure that, everything goes on and everything goes very, very smoothly. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, and thank you, ma'am, very much. On the board, we have Dr. Raghu Radhakrishnan, the Director of International Collaborations, the man behind the success of our network and collaborations. His enthusiasm, positive mindset, and untiring attitude has brought us a long way in building the future of our graduates. We await to hear you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Elsa, those kind words. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Lieutenant General Dr. M.D. Venkatesh, Professor Raj Murli, Ms. Joanne Bas, Dr. Shashidhara M.K., Mr. Vidyashankar A.V., Dean Dr. Anis George, and the Center Coordinator, Dr. Elsa Sanatopi. At the outset, I wish to congratulate Manipal College of Nursing for establishing a global training and educational center at Manipal. With GTEC having several wings, opportunities are many and timely. MAHE would be particularly interested in the global medical programs for doctors, global learners program for nurses, and OSCE training program for both the doctors and nurses. We're grateful to Dr. Raj Murli, who heads the Global Medical Program Development, Global Health Exchange, HEE, and Dr. Shashidhara, Deputy Lead for Quality for MCH, Brighton, Wigan, and Late Aging Hospitals, NHS Foundation Trust, for bringing GTEC to Manipal. HEE is uniquely placed to support the NHS to become a global center for workforce development. It's very encouraging that HEE supports the delivery of high quality patient care through its role in educating, training, and developing the health force. With strong leadership from MAHE, MAHE shall be playing a facilitative role in creating placements for professional groups and strengthen the workforce development, embedding global skills, and engaging in global activity. So with this, I wish to congratulate once again Dr. Anis and Dr. Elsa for this wonderful initiative. And through the inauguration of this center, I only hope that we'll have many more of our talented nurses find suitable placements across the globe. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Not many people have the privilege to work under you, someone who is very caring and very understanding. And we are very, very grateful to you for your support and encouraging words. And I'm sure our team will work beyond miles to see that the center works on well and we see fruitful graduates getting out for international placement. Thank you very much, sir. On the platform, we have Dr. Murali, the Director of GTEC, NHS UK, who will give us the highlights of the GTEC Manipal Center. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Elsa. Thanks very much for your kind words. It gives me great pleasure, really, to speak on behalf of Health Education England, and this program is led by Professor Jed Byrne. On behalf of the GTEC team, many of whom are logged on here, and we belong to a NHS Trust in Wigan called Wrightington, Wigan and Lee NHS Trust. We have had the privilege of visiting your esteemed institution on a number of occasions over the last few years, and this program has really picked up momentum now, and I think it's reached a point of no return and only to go from strength to strength. I'm truly grateful, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Venkatesh, for your support in this. I appreciate your specialty, and one of my colleagues will come to India, hopefully when the pandemic settles, leading on the ENT MCH, and I'm sure there'll be many conversations you both would enjoy to discuss regarding training of doctors in UK. We have had a number of graduates come from Manipal to train in UK, and they have been uniformly outstandingly excellent. So the quality of education that you all are providing surpasses several of the universities in India, and you are in your proud place where you are in one of the top institutions of India. So congratulations for that. The team you have, sir, is fantastic. Dr. Raghu, he appears so modest and so soft spoken, but is able to achieve a lot, and he was instrumental in ensuring that our MOU was signed. Dr. Anis George, leading the nursing school, again very modest person, but behind the scenes she is able to achieve so much for your institution. And what can I say about Dr. Elsa, the ever energetic person? Without her, I think we will all be struggling. So Dr. Elsa, thank you very much for your support towards this program. With these words of thanks, I'm going to stop because I think Dr. Sashi has got something to tell you all about GTEC. So effectively, our organization here is to promote training and education for overseas healthcare workers, be it doctors, nurses, and we want to expand to other specialties as well. That's in essence what we want to do. We want to give them a 3-year focused training in a subspecialty as required by them, be it nurses or doctors, so that they have moved on in life to a better place from where they were when they started the program. So again, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Venkatesh, thank you very much for your support in this. And I look forward to seeing you hopefully in the month of May, pandemic pending. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving us a pathway and for being with us since 2018 till date. On the platform, we have Dr. Shashi, who has been with us right from the beginning, from the first visit, and almost on everyday basis, we speak on Zoom and find out what's going on and how the progress is. So he's been with us at every step at Manipal Center, GTEC Center, and it's really a dream come true for us. And I think on this platform, the students are awaiting much more for his enlightenment on the program process. So over to you, Shashi, sir.
Thank you, Elsa. Thank you. Let me just share the screen. But before I do that, first and foremost things, let me just thank Lieutenant General Dr. Venkatesh, the Vice Chancellor, for making time to inaugurate this occasion. And I also want to thank Professor Raghu. He's always been supportive of this right from the day one when I came with Professor Alfred Augustine to meet him to say we will do these things together. And I don't know what I can say to Professor Anis George and Professor Elsa. They have been a constant support for getting this program during the MOU signing, as well as our first GTEC ILTS coaching project, which then resulted in this program. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about a couple of things we are doing. And then I'll bring in our English teacher, the lead for the GTEC English School. She will tell about how the coaching is going to go. Both of it will take a couple of minutes. Right. The first and the foremost thing is our motto is that we are here for everyone. We understand that it's very important for us to recognize everyone. In fact, talent is there with everyone. In fact, the most research shows the most talented people actually come from a very, very low background or the middle class, all kind of backgrounds. So we want to harness that talent. That's one of the important. And every time the nurses, especially the nurses, go through the English coaching, the examination, English coaching and the examination, some of them are successful. Some of them are successful in 3 of the 4 modules. Some of them are successful in all of the modules. But what we see is what they're good at and we look at what we can improve on. So that's why it's important to recognize these failures as success. And support them so that we can unlock their full potential. So essentially what GTEC is here is about to support every nurse, every one of them, to make sure we support them. The only people who are going to stop getting engaged is the nurse. So we are not going to give up. We give them enough chances so that they can proceed further. What we've done, the GTEC English School now have done the preliminary screening test of the 66 nurses. So those who have scored above 470 and complete the final year, or those nurses who are already working and have their nursing council registrations, or any of the nurses who got this score and have examination before February. So we were going to put them into what is known as a intense coaching group, because this is the group of people which our English language teacher thinks that we can coach them to pass the IELTS or OET exam in 16 weeks. So that's group 1. So like I said before, we also are interested in the remaining people. Those who scored below 470, we already started putting free study resources for them, and they will be given guidance about how to progress. So they will be given access to some of the video recording of the intense coaching class, selective recording of them, which is useful to them. Then every 3 months, our English language team will do an assessment for them. And if they reach a score of 470, then they will be transferred to the 16 weeks intense coaching class. Obviously, if they don't score, then we continue to support them. So that's where we are. That's just a different kind of functionality. We're talking about flowchart for graduates who are under 3 months, because one of the requirement of the HEEs or any hospitals in England is that they should have a 6 months years of experience. So we have various different mechanisms to work through them. So giving them opportunity for a rapid assessment test first, then 3 different tests to see they can go into any 3 different modalities of coaching. If they can't go to the British Council or OET directly led coaching, then GTEC English coaching team will pick them up and we will support them to pass. And in addition to that, our project B, which is due to start in April, we want to start English coaching lessons from year 1 onwards. So that by the time they are in the final year, they are reached a level where they can pass their English class. It will also help with other aspect of nursing curriculum in terms of communications, talking to the patients, record keeping, writing letters, all kind of things would be covered during those lessons. So again, just doing that. So what we expect, number 1, help and support from the institute. I don't necessarily need to say anything more about that because we always been supported by Mahe. And time and commitment, I've already in discussion with Professor Elsa in terms of making sure these lessons happen at the time for the 16 weeks intense coaching. And I also be working with her in terms of designing the timetable for year 1 onwards in terms of how we can do the coaching for them. So we intend to do 25 weeks worth of English coaching every year. Taking into consideration time for the examination, time for holidays, time for other assignments. We don't want to negatively influence their curriculum any other way. So we just want to work with the institute. We will be advised by the Manila Nursing College what is the best plan, when can we come and deliver this English. Obviously, we do require absolute engagement from the nurses who are going to join in. Again, something which we would require commitment and support from the nurses as well as their families. And ultimately, we are doing this because there is a bit of a selfish motive. We would want these nurses to come and learn joined the Global Learners Program run by the Global Training Education Center. So in return, what the Global Training Education Center will support the institute in terms of curriculum development, in terms of education grants, in terms of knowledge exchange, in terms of faculty exchange. So we will be offering esteemed faculty members, professors, other people to come and visit and look at how things are. So there is plenty of things we have got, and which is actually is in the MOU which we have signed. I think I'm going to take questions in the end. I'm just going to put my colleague and Bass, who is the English teacher, is going to talk about what she has planned for the next week. Over to you, John.
Thank you, Shashi. Good morning, everyone, and also good afternoon. It really is such a pleasure to be here to speak to you all today. My name is Joanne Bass, and I'm an English teacher here at GTEC.
I think I haven't introduced the Miss John.
Okay.
Thank you, Shashi sir, for the briefing on the entire program plan. Yes, sir. I'm just interrupting in between. And I would like to introduce Miss John Bass. She's the lead English language teacher and also OET and IELTS trainer, GTEC, HEE, NHS UK. The very pleasant, very poised, and also persistent coach who spent weeks teaching and evaluating our students in the during the last batch. So we would like to John to share her motivating words with the students on this platform, so that they'll be clear with what is to happen in the days to come when they enter the coaching classes. Over to you, John. I think we lost her on the platform.
Yeah. So Joanne she's just joining in again. She had a bit of an issue. So yeah, she's just coming in. So what to you, Joanne, now?
Not sure.
Over to you.
Really sorry. So yeah, as I was saying, so I'm an English teacher here, and I'm overseeing the English language program for the GTEC, which is the Global Training and Education Centre, and that's here at WWL Teaching Hospitals NHS Foundation Trust, where we offer English language coaching for both doctors and nurses, of course. I had the great pleasure of attending Mahe last year and was given an extremely warm welcome. So it really is wonderful to see some familiar faces today. So I wanted to quickly introduce the English programme which we will be offering here at GTEC. So I'm going to show you a few slides. It won't take too long. Shashi, would you be able to enable screen sharing?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so the course which we'll be offering will be a 16-week English language program. So this is the course which will be beginning tomorrow. So there will be 60-minute classes, so 1-hour classes 3 times a week, and 2 of these will be smaller classes. So we'll have the smaller groups together. So that lesson will run a couple of times a day, and then the 3rd lesson will be 1 lecture where all the students can come together. So more interactive in the first lessons, and this one will be a lot nicer as students can come together, and it's more of a lecture style class. The lessons will be conducted via Zoom. That's obviously the platform which we've all become quite familiar with recently due to the pandemic, I'm sure. So lessons will be conducted on this platform, and in addition to this, we'll be using the Google Classroom platform, and that's, for those who don't know, it's just a platform where you can upload homework, materials, resources, and students can post comments on there. They can speak to me directly, have discussions, and it's just a great platform to use, and it's really simple to use as well. Of course, as well, we'll be using WhatsApp and have a group for the students so they can communicate on there, as it's a lot quicker and more efficient, and students tend to prefer being on their phone and communicating that way. So there'll be lots of ways for students to communicate with each other and support each other during the course. So the content of the classes, of course, this is just a summarized version, but it will be heavily exam preparation based, also with English skills and English language and grammar and vocabulary to feed into that. So the focus will be on the sub skills of listening, reading, writing and speaking. So that's what we'll be covering in the lessons. And of course, there'll be weekly homework tasks, self-study tasks as well, and mock exams, and access to high quality material and authentic exam material as well. So that was just, I just wanted to cover that, that will be included on the course. Okay, so I think we all understand how important the English language proficiency test is for the future careers of the nurses. And one thing that will be key to success on the course, which Shashi mentioned previously, is engagement. And we actively encourage all candidates to participate and attend all the classes. But likewise, we understand that there's an expectation from us, and therefore we make sure that we provide ongoing support and encouragement to the nurses throughout their studies. And I myself will aim to provide the best possible coaching for them. And I thoroughly look forward to beginning the teaching, which will commence tomorrow. And once again, thank you so much to everyone. And it's been a pleasure to have been given the opportunity to speak to you all here today. So thank you so much.
Thank you, John, for the little bit of briefing on the IELTS program that we have. And hereafter, we are also going to have OET. So side by side, we are going to get into two programs, for the ones that are going on intense program, as well as for the ones that are into the second group, will be prepared, and over time, they'll also qualify the examinations. So we are coming to the end of the program. And at the outset, I would like to really thank our Vice Chancellor, Lieutenant General MD Dr. Venkatesh, for his motivational support towards the foundation of this GTEC Center at MCON Manipal, and also for the welcoming approach towards international program. Thank you very much, sir. We will do everything to see that the center works on well. And we are also grateful to Dr. Raghu, the Director of International Collaboration, for the doubling opportunities and for being so motivating and so approachable. Thank you, sir. We have disturbed you quite many times, calling you, without beyond the boundary of the time, and making sure that our international program goes on well. We also have on board the GTEC Director and the Deputy Lead, Dr. Shashi and Dr. Murali. And we are really grateful to you for the MOU that has been signed. And I think it has progressed over time. And I think we'll speed up and see that the entire program goes on very successful. And also we'll be able to extend to other colleges in the country, so that we as Manipal will be able to mentor most of the nursing institutes, and we grow as one professional together. And we'll all try our best to help our nursing professionals across the country. We are also very grateful to Juan. You will be with us again, mentoring our students for 16 weeks, long weeks, for your patience, for being very poised. I know many a times the students get troubled in many of the assignments that you give, and they've been struggling. And I think you made their part very easy. And hopefully taking through those lessons in the next batch, I think things will be much more easier. And I'm sure the students in this platform will take learning either OET or IELTS very seriously, because your success is important in how fast you move to the international platform. So I'm sure they'll be so encouraged looking at you and seeing you, and of course during the classes they'll be much more attentive to. And from the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank our dean, who's been very, very supportive. I think it wouldn't have been possible for us to go beyond And in fact, I'm one person who is not very formal in many things, but many a times I approach her, any time of the day you call her for any of the progress, she's very willing and she's very appreciative of what we take in the nursing college. I'm so happy that we have such a leader who can look beyond and see that our graduates as well as faculty are proceeding towards their goals and achievements. Thank you very much, ma'am, for all the support. And we need all the more because we are going to time up in the timetable when the students are in their academic progress. Right from the first year onwards, we need to plan heavily on how and when they can attend these classes so that by the time they reach their final year, they are well equipped with the language. And we will need to take very a few weeks of the intense training and they can go off faster than what we have been doing all these years. So thank you very much, ma'am. And I thank the audience who are here, both faculty from the nursing college as well as faculty from across the country, and also the students, our students, as well as students from across the country who are witnessing this live program. I'm sure you look up, and also you need not worry that you are not in Manipal, but we'll also make sure that we reach you out sooner or later. And Manipal definitely will mentor you all so that you can also reach your, somewhere to your dream that you have looked upon. So we Manipal, the faculty and the entire team will be here to help you out. We are all we are professional on the same platform. I think we need to help each other, and you can always look back and fall back at Manipal. Thank you very much. I think the entire the officials in this platform and also the August gathering. Thank you very much for your patience listening and also for the collaborations. We hope to see you well connected with Manipal. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elsa. I just want to say one more thing is to thank you once again to Lieutenant General Dr. Venkatesh, Raghu, and all of you for making this happen. We have just started the journey today. In this meeting, I forgot to acknowledge the presence of GTEC Business Manager Duncan Armfield. He's actually in here wanting to see, because he is the man behind the screen. He's the person who actually does a lot of the work behind the funding, and all kind of support comes without his support we can't proceed. That's a very important thing to acknowledge. Other thing is we are due to welcome Melissa D'Souza, the last year successful candidate, to join from the 11th of January. Melissa, as you can see, she was one of the candidates in the first IELTS project. She finished her IELTS exam. She had the first interview, and the first interview didn't go as well. When she was further coached by me and others in the GTEC for a second interview, and she did the second interview very well. She was given a conditional offer of appointment after 6 months of work experience, which she did, and she was due to join this month. Then I said, do you want to spend Christmas with your family, then come? She said yes, so she's going to join after the Christmas. And that's a great story, because she will be officially we welcome her and we look after, so she will be one of the first ones. So other than the English, we are actually doing support for interview coaching, supporting for ASCII, and we GTEC have 100% success in the ASCII so far. And every person who's come to GTEC after 8 weeks, they pass the ASCII. This is the best achievement. So that's why I wanted to say the other few things. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir.
If I may request all of you to kindly turn on your video for a moment. I would like to take a screenshot in the gallery just for our records. Malati, Anusuya. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you all very much, and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.